Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we'll follow the hunters deep into the dense forest, where the silence has been shattered by the roar of wild boars on the move. These fierce creatures are once again marching across the land, forcing local farmers to urgently call for help as the invasion spreads rapidly. Let's take a closer look at how the hunt unfolds along the forest trail. Leave a comment with the number 1 to follow the next part of the video. The event takes place in the rugged mountains of Turkey, where the October wild boar hunting season comes with strict limits. Laws require all hunts to follow sustainable quotas to protect the ecosystem. Every precision weapon used is tightly regulated to ensure the culling is carried out humanely. This reflects a deep respect for the wild boar, an ancient, revered creature that has nevertheless become a destructive force to farmers' crops. The straight trails created by wild boars to link feeding grounds and swamps have now become perfect sniper paths. These natural corridors cutting through dense vegetation greatly improve the hunter's line of sight. Wild boars have relatively poor vision. They can only see clearly within about 100 yards, roughly 91 meters. This makes them virtually invisible to hunters equipped with scoped rifles. Eris, the hunter, reached a scouted checkpoint and quickly crouched down with his rifle. His scope was locked on the uphill trail ahead, where wild boars usually move in single file to conserve energy. When one finally appeared, Eris was ready, confident that a single shot would take it down. The narrowness of the trail left the animal with no way to escape. Just a few meters away, another wild boar was slowly crawling up the slope along the trail. Every shot from Eris was perfectly placed, protecting the villagers' fields from destruction. After about 10 minutes, one boar came close enough, triggering a precise shot that dropped it squarely in his sights with no chance of escape. After situations like this, if you're a hunter, remember to move quietly and use scent-eliminating spray to avoid detection by a boar's powerful nose. Hunt during early morning or late evening hours when wild boars begin to enter the trails, but always carry a flashlight. The darkness hides potential attackers. If a boar charges, climb a tree or aim for vital spots to bring it down quickly and decisively.
Oh my gosh.
In Texas, hunting on private land requires no permit and is allowed year-round, opening up access to a wide range of weapons. From semi-automatic AR-15 rifles to air guns, hunters use every tool available to fight the feral hogs ravaging unprotected farmlands. Here, swamp trails have become gold mines for trappers, targeting these invasive animals. Feral hogs stick closely to their trails to move efficiently between mud pits, essential for cooling their sweatless bodies, and rich feeding grounds. Hunters in Levi have turned to trapping, exploiting the boar's predictable paths and luring entire herds with the scent of corn. Their sense of smell is 7 times stronger than that of a dog, allowing them to detect scents from miles away.
Stop.
These traps are large circular enclosures made of steel panels, placed around trails near mud pits. Whole corn kernels are scattered outside for several days to build trust, exploiting the hog's memory of safe feeding areas. Once inside, the strong smell of fermented corn, enhanced with yeast, drives them further in, allowing hunters to capture the invasive animals effectively.
Easy, easy, easy.
When the gate slams shut, the funnel-shaped trail ensures there's no escape route. But why did hunters abandon rifles in favor of silent traps in Texas's war against feral hogs. It marks a striking contrast with the state's gun-loving legacy of the 1980s, when exploding hog populations far outpaced the limits of traditional shooting methods. Texas's trapping strategy harnesses the hog's natural behavior to prevent the spread of African swine fever, a risk worsened by gunfire that scatters the animals. The shift from Texas's trigger-happy past to trail-based traps has turned the feral hog's own instincts into the hunter's greatest advantage. Tensions are rising as dingo attacks on Australia's Fraser Island escalate, stirring dangerous memories of past encounters. Earlier this year, a 23-year-old jogger was cornered by a pack of 4 dingoes, sustaining injuries before being rescued by nearby tourists. Authorities warn that such attacks are not new. Dingo aggression has been rising over the past decade. This recalls the early 2000s crisis when government culling operations were intensified across Queensland farms. Nighttime dingo raids now cost farmers an estimated $2.5 million in livestock losses each year. Meanwhile, tourism around Purvey Bay has plunged into chaos as travelers reconsider trips to the island's once pristine beaches. Did you know that the Australian government officially approved a national dingo hunting plan starting in early 2025? It's a controversial but unavoidable decision. Why is the hunting taking place directly on farms? Because that's where dingoes strike hardest at night, destroying farmers' livelihoods. Controlling this invasive species with specialized rifles is seen as the most practical solution for now. Comment number 2 if you agree, or 3 if you have a different idea. This invasive predator is most active between 10 p.m. and 4 a.m., the most dangerous hours of the night. That's why hunters are advised to move in groups. Using technology to hunt dingoes is also smart. The secret tool of professionals is a modified blowtorch that mimics the faint wheezing sound of dying prey. The noise triggers the dingo's hunting instinct, fooling them into thinking easy prey is nearby. Once a dingo emerges from its den, you have only a few seconds to act, from a safe distance of 30 to 50 feet, about 9 to 15 meters. Beyond direct hunting, trappers can use foot snares placed beneath tree roots where dingoes pause to mark territory. Dingoes habitually patrol and leave scent marks on large trunks. A carefully hidden foot trap, camouflaged under dry leaves and small branches, won't raise suspicion, causing the predator to step right into it naturally. At first, Australians were horrified and angry when the government gave the green light for dingo hunting. But within just 3 peak months, the results changed many minds. Over 2,500 dingoes were shot and another 3,800 captured in traps. Livestock attacks dropped by more than 65%. Those who once opposed the hunts now support them, realizing that controlling dingoes isn't about extinction. It's about protecting farmers' livelihoods. According to veteran Australian hunters, dingo carcasses must be collected within 24 hours of being taken down, leaving them longer risks spreading disease, as decomposing bodies can release harmful bacteria into the environment and nearby livestock. So remember this carefully if you ever take part in dingo control. What do you think of the current measures? Are they effective enough, or do they still need improvement? During the day, rabbits usually hide in their burrows with their young to avoid nearby dangers. At night, with the help of thermal imaging devices, hunters can easily spot them across open fields. Rabbits feed on grass and crops and move very quietly. Skilled hunters can take advantage of this behavior, often hunting for a week at night and capturing around 100 rabbits. Since rabbits are extremely fast, shooting accuracy is crucial. Once the population on one field is reduced, hunters move on to the next. Annual rabbit hunting helps reduce the population in Australia by about 20 to 30%. It's considered an effective method supported by both the government and the public, though some people still see it as inhumane. What do you think about this control method? Is it truly effective? Licensed rabbit hunting takes place each year in Australia, varying between states. In South Australia, for example, the hunting season runs from March 1st to February 28th. This method, known as net trapping, relies on rabbits getting caught when they try to reach the food inside. Net traps are simple to set up and are usually placed in areas with high rabbit density, such as grasslands and scrublands. While cost-effective and easy to use, they have drawbacks. They're less efficient than cage traps and can sometimes harm the captured rabbits. Net traps can also harm other animals if they get caught unintentionally. A more effective but costly method is cage trapping, which works by capturing rabbits when they attempt to reach food inside. Setting up a cage trap is similar to a net trap and is usually done in rabbit-rich areas. Although more humane and efficient, it requires proper technique. But do you know why, despite all these efforts, rabbit numbers keep exploding? Female rabbits can start breeding as early as 5 to 6 months old, making population control incredibly difficult. Currently, invasive female rabbits in Australia breed about 4 times a year, producing 7 to 10 offspring per litter. The young stay deep underground and only emerge when they feel safe. It's estimated that there are around 287 million wild rabbits across Australia, with over 177 million born each year. These invasive rabbits now occupy roughly 71% of the continent and can thrive anywhere there's grass. They particularly favor crops and vegetables, causing devastating damage to agriculture by gnawing on foliage and destroying harvests. As the rabbit population continues to grow, controlling them has become an enormous challenge. Their invasion not only impacts the economy, but also causes severe environmental consequences. Their burrowing activity leads to soil erosion, reduced water quality, and even damage to urban infrastructure. These effects raise the risk of soil and water pollution, increasing the likelihood of infectious diseases that could potentially affect humans. Here we see rabbits infected with myxomatosis, a disease that doesn't spread to humans, but can be transmitted among other animal species. Symptoms include swollen eyes and weakness, and over 90% of infected rabbits die within 10 to 14 days. Although outbreaks of this disease temporarily reduced rabbit numbers, their rapid reproduction rates allowed populations to rebound quickly. It's estimated that rabbits cause more than $20 billion in damage to Australia's economy every year, including over $1 billion in agricultural water loss. To combat this, farmers are encouraged to plant cover crops and adopt soil conservation measures. Meanwhile, the government and scientists are employing multiple control methods, from fencing and herbicide use to regulated trapping and hunting. Still, the rabbit's incredible reproductive rate makes these efforts difficult to sustain. For long-term success, close cooperation between the government, researchers, and the community is essential to find sustainable solutions for Australia. What do you think is the most effective way to stop rabbit invasion? Comment number 4 if you agree with trapping and hunting, or 5 if you have another idea. These measures have shown positive results, but there are surely better solutions yet to be discovered. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe and tell your friends about the channel. See you in the next video.